Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. This is SoFlo Dad. We are back. We're going to do a real quick build video. I've been a huge fan of Hardwired, and I know a lot of people say, Hardwired is junk, it's garbage. You can build a better set without using the green gear, which is all well and good. Like I said, I was a big fan of the Hardwired, though. It did real well for me. But I set out the other day to actually try and build a full skill build, no green gear, and this is actually what we came up with. So spent about 2 days farming and got pretty lucky. Some heroic control points, legendary run, bunch of heroic missions yesterday, farming, picked up pretty much everything we need. So basically, let's take a look at the build. We'll break it down, and I'll show you actually what it does in practice. So, start off, we use the Demolitionist specialization, and we use that specifically for the explosive damage, and no other reason other than that. And then we use the Harmony, and I have the secondary weapon is, so we use the Harmony for our primary. Secondary weapon is the Mechanical Animal, and the reason that I use that kind of as a secondary, I switch it between the Mechanical. Sometimes I will use Sweet Dreams, and sometimes I will actually use the Mantis, and I'll explain why later. But the Mechanical Animal, if you are skill tier 6 and you get a weapon kill, it grants overcharge for 15 seconds, and you can actually stack that up to 3 times. So I'm skill tier 6, so that would actually put me in overcharge. So that is the reasoning behind that choice on the Mechanical Animal. And then obviously the Harmony. When with Perfectly in Sync, hitting an enemy grants 20% bonus skill damage for 5 seconds, and using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants another 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. If you do both, have both buffs active, you get a double increase, so it goes to 40% weapon damage and 40% skill damage bonus. So that's why I tend to run the Harmony as the primary with any skill or status build. As far as the pieces, we are running 2 pieces of Hannah U, 2 pieces of China Light, 1 Wyvern, and 1 Murakami. First piece is a Hannah U face mask with obviously 1 skill tier, 8.9 status effects, and 12% skill haste. I do have a red mod slot on there. I have to find something to put in. Probably put in a crit chance or a crit damage mod. But I really would rather have had a good rolled mask and change that to a yellow mod slot, but I'll make do with it. Next, we have a China Light backpack. This is, I was very lucky in picking this up. It came rolled with 12% skill haste, 10% status effects. I put in 11.1 skill haste mod on it, and I have perfect combined arms. Now, if I decide I like the combined arms, I'm going to actually change the status effects to skill damage. But for right now, I wasn't sure if I was going to like combined arms. And so far, I'm kind of seeing that I enjoy it. So I may leave that and reroll that to skill damage. But I want to play it a little bit more just to see if it actually works like it's supposed to. Next piece of China Light is the chest piece. Chest piece from China Light is 1 skill tier, 10% skill damage that I rolled on, 11.5 skill haste, and an 11.1 skill haste mod. Now the talent is kinetic momentum, and I really wasn't sure how I was going to like this talent, but it's actually worked quite well with running a turret, and I'll show you when we play. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and skill repair by 2% up to 15 stacks per skill. lost when they go on cooldown. So that is the chess piece. Now the reason that I went with the China Light is 15% explosive damage on a single piece, and then on your second piece you pick up 10% skill haste. I was originally, when I thought about how to put this build together, I originally was going to run 3 Murakami, 2 Hana, and 1 Wyvern. But looking at the Murakami, I need to run 3 just to get the skill damage. I didn't need the 20% repair skills on this build. I needed skill damage or skill haste. Whereas when I run the China, on that second piece I get skill haste. So that actually worked out better to run the 2 pieces of China Light, because I do get my skills back much faster. And I'll show you that when we get to the skills, how quick they come back. My 1 piece of Wyvern is the gloves, 10% skill damage, rolled 12% skill haste, and 1 skill tier. Single piece of Wyvern is 10% skill damage. Holster is a Murakami, 20% skill duration. And again, this may change, but I have really good skill haste and skill damage on this. So for right now, we're going to run the Murakami. And then, like I said, knee pads. Again, Hana U, second piece, so I get 10% skill damage. And then 1 skill tier, 10% skill damage, and 12% skill haste rolled on. So overall, not a bad start. Skills, right now I am running the assault turret, and my second skill is Cluster Seekers. Now, right now my cooldown is 20 seconds, and they're putting out 2.4 million damage per mine. I am skill tier 6. If I go to overcharge, there's an additional bonus and 2 more cluster mines. So that will actually take me to 12 from my 10 right now. And another 20%. Well, it's a total of 80%, but it's actually 20% more damage than tier 6. So that is my Seeker mines. As far as the stats go, perfectly in sync on the Harmony, future protection on the mechanical animal, steady-handed on my backup boomstick. I rarely pull that thing out. It's really just kind of there for an emergency. The M406 high explosive grenades, and as far as weapons go, the Harmony, we've got, well, total 20%, 25% crit chance, 60% crit hit damage, 60% headshot damage, 10% health damage, which none of those, again, really matter. You're not going to be firing your weapon that much. $317k health, 726k armor. Little tiny bit of armor regen, but not too much. So, as far as the skills go on the turret, we have 123.7 skill haste, 10.5 second cooldown, runs for 249 seconds. It's doing 100,000, just over 100,000, almost 101k damage. On the Seeker mines, again, the base is 6 mines. It's actually up to 10 with skill tier 6, 123.7 skill haste, 20 second cooldown, 2.4 million damage per mine. And then that's the build. So let's take a quick look at it, see what it does live and in person, and then we'll wrap up for the day. All right, we're going to run Jefferson Trade Center on Heroic. Yep, we are on Heroic. Let's go.
Last radio parking garage close to the shade node. Isaac has the location.
As you can see, the Seekers are back already. Real quick cooldown. Real quick cooldown on the turret.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
And away she goes. All right, let's push.
Hostile radio intercepted.
So the obviously you're soft. You don't have a ton of armor on this. The goal is to kind of keep your head down
And see if you can pick up Espinosa's trail.
and don't die.
He tends to leave a mess.
Clear. So it goes that fast. Now you can, if you're in a situation where you need to keep the NPCs aggroed on something else, you can switch the Seekers out for for the drone. And the 10-second, well, 11-second cooldown is just amazing. And the Seekers, even though it's 20 seconds seems like it could be a lot, the Seekers really come back way faster than it feels.
You're near Espinosa's last known position. The shade node should be close.
And it's really quite that simple. The farming was long and tedious for this, but I think in the end, well worth it. It may turn into a new favorite versus apparently my turret fell off of the truck. The garage is kind of the real test, because that can get very crowded quickly. So we're gonna go run the garage and then probably wrap up this video after that.
Shade agent credentials authenticated.
There should be a terminal that'll let you reactivate the node.
Authorization granted. Please stand by. Intelligent system analytic computer reactivated. All Isaac subsystems operational.
That was the last step to getting Isaac fully restored.
All right, let's go to the garage.
We have a ways to go before we can celebrate. And a missing agent to locate. Continue your sweep of the complex.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Hello? Is this the division? Looking for someone?
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
Friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. Wanna talk to him? If you want him back, we can make a deal. You back off, we'll deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
They'll keep him alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that hyena piece of shit and waste her.
Serious trauma detected.
Gotta watch because they quite often will peek around this back. We're gonna go get that door to open. Just let everything cool down real quick. That's the only hard part about running skill builds, is you're constantly waiting on cooldowns. But so I think we have the sniper down in the back. So we're gonna go get them and then get out of the garage. Let's go to the next phase. It is definitely not a quick playstyle, so kind of gotta, you're gonna spend a lot of time behind cover. coming out. And one left. And there we go. Another phase clear. Just 2 to go.
Agent vital signs, 0.
He didn't have to die here. The nice thing is they are so aggroed on. So aggroed on my turret, and it's even better if you have the drone, because they will just chase a drone around. Turret's hitting 115, almost 120. That bastard can't have gone far yet. Go after her.
Okay. All right, let's clear Coyote and wrap up this mission.
cooldowns are done. All right, let's do it. And again, it's just managing your cooldowns and, you know, firing when you need to. But you can see she's up there. She is just all over it right now. She's looking to shoot somebody. All right, it's just us and Coyote. There we go.
For Espinosa. That fucking hyena was toying with us. I hope she suffered a bit before you finished her off. Anyway, thanks to you, we're an important step closer to getting the Shade Network back to full strength. You did good. I'll see you around.
Let's take a look, see how we did. So not too shabby, 94 kills. Obviously we did not go down. This was a heroic, we would have reset. Now, you'll look 25 minutes, 12 seconds. You're not going to speed run with a skill build. It's just not going to happen. You're waiting for skills to cool down and reset. things like that. It's just, you're not going to speed run with it. Just, I don't foresee it happening. But 253 million in damage, 175 million in skill damage, total of 94 kills, 8 headshots, 173.5 million in explosive damage. So that's the reason that we're running the China Light and the Demolitionist, is to get that boost in explosive damage. So all in all, not a bad run. It is doable. If you're not farming and working to get that better gear so that you can do a solo run on a heroic, then it's, you know, it's fun. Put in the grind, grab the gear, build a build, and, you know, take what you see on my videos or any of these other videos, just take it with a grain of salt. Everybody has their own idea of what a perfect build is. To me, this build works well. If you're not a fan of the Seeker, then switch your build a little bit and run a drone and a turret. If you want just mass explosive, run the Seekers and a switch your turret out. You could actually switch your turret with the Demolitionist over to the artillery turret. I mean, my artillery turret, if I were to put it on this build, is hitting for 3 million per pop. That is crazy damage. Let's just try it. Let's just try it real quick and see what it does, so you can get an idea. Now, the artillery turret does take a little getting used to when it comes to aiming. So what we're gonna do, we'll go down to the card farm and we'll test out the artillery turret. Just so you guys can get a feel for that if you have never used it. So now you'll see $330 million. It's a beast of a turret. Didn't fire a shot. Didn't have to do any of that. One grenade or one set of Seekers and the artillery turret. It's that simple. It just depends on what you like to play. If you wanted to mix this and have a hybrid of, you know, Riot Foam and Seekers or Riot Foam and drone, play with it, make it your own, have fun. But at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of guides out there. There's a lot of ways people are telling you, build it this way, my way is the best. I'm not going to tell you my way is the best way. I build my builds the way I enjoy playing.
And that's what, at the end of the day, that's what makes it enjoyable. Now there's a few that I'm still working on. I haven't quite gotten a DPS, a full straight up nothing but DPS build down yet. I'm working on it. You know, but at the end of the day, have fun, play the way you like to play, do the builds you like to do. If you like the skill builds, if you like the status builds, if you like a tank, if you want just pure damage, if you want crit, there's a way and a build for you. Whether it's, you know, something that somebody has put together and said, hey, try this. If it works, try it, run it. But at the end of the day, make it your own. Find something that you enjoy. Like if you want an SMG on a DPS build versus, you know, an AR, or a rifle versus an AR, or an AR versus, you know, the M1A. Do what you enjoy. Build it to your play style. Have fun. Because that's what this is all about at the end of the day. All right, everybody, until next time, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell so you know when we post a video on YouTube next. And have a great day, and we will see you soon.